Hello, Mohamad Madfai.
Hello, hello.
Very nice to have you on the show. No need to say you're the son of Ilham Madfai. And is this a very heavy legacy?
Thank you very much. I have the pleasure, of course, to be the son of Ilham Madfai and the manager in the same time for the last 22 years and 23 years, actually. And I have the pleasure to be with you on this show.
You're a creative event manager, you're a producer, and you have a radio show. You've been on the radio, actually. You can be right there at my place. You've been doing that for like over 20 years now. You're into sports and comedy when it comes to your radio show. But music is very important in your life.
Well, I started with music, and music is the base that I was raised on by having someone like my dad and the music that we were raised on. And then later on, I had a big belief in Ilham Madfai's music, so I started doing the business management for my dad, and then I took over this great journey that is going on until this moment for the last 23 years. In the same time, radio, it was always a hobby for me to have something like presenting something like a radio show or a TV show, and then I started doing actually it was a great experience to start on Radio Rotana and Fan FM and to do the different style of presenting sports or radio. So that was a great experience that I'm really proud to be presenting for the last 15 years. And at the same time, I presented a few comedy shows that were also nominated to be the best Arabic comedy radio shows on different international radio stations. So it was a big journey, of course, between those two fields that are related and connected to each other. So when we speak about music, for me, music is the world. It's the language of the world, and today we're so happy and proud to be presenting all our creative ideas and all our production and all our music journey in a new way of having it all around the Middle East, starting from Jordan, Beirut, and Saudi Arabia, and of course Iraq and many other countries.
Would you say that the recipe for success comes from blending the Western culture with the Arab culture?
Well, that's exactly what I believe in, because that was the message of Ilham Madfai when we started. Of course, this is a question that I always get from all my friends and fans and family and are you managing Ilham Madfai because he's your dad? And the answer is no, because I believe in his music, and his music is totally different, and he's been traveling all over the world for more than 55 years, and he's been attracting a different age group that starts from teenagers till 70s, 80s year old people, and we can see that all during even the concerts today. So the journey continues. I always believe in this mix, and this mix has a specific message to deliver our culture by having all those great songs, by delivering a message that the Middle East has its own spices of music, by performances, by all this culture that has to kill, and when we say kill all the propaganda that happens from international media sometimes to give this impression about the Middle East having we can say the other side of the story of the negativity side of they always reflect what is something that you don't live and feel in the Middle East. So media, music, and sports those three are a beautiful triangle to deliver our message that music is the language of the world.
Your dad may have popularized this type of music, and we've seen a certain interest from the West towards the Middle Eastern music as such lately. How do you explain it?
Well, all during my journey with Ilham as a great artist on stage. I'm not trying to just promote his music or manage his music
not that you need to, believe me.
Really, yeah. But what we've been through is we had a great journey, and we're still having this journey of experience of great moments on being on the biggest stages in the world, passing through great experiences, passing through great moments, a great journey of having someone who is so down to earth, presenting this music with a simple way, but with a great message. And we've been attracting people from all over the world. We've been traveling all over the continents, and we saw people dancing from all over the continents in the world. I mean, we had Africans dancing, people in South America, people in America, people from Asia, from all over the world. So the music is the music that Ilham Madfai performs, and what he created this style in the 60s, and he was the first one who introduced the style on guitar. And he got all those Arabic songs and he presented them and rearranged them in a new way during the 60s, and that was the beginning of the journey, which was a challenge at that time. And he had a lot of followers, and one of the followers were the Beatles. The Beatles went and they attended one of his performances, and they really were surprised about the style of having someone presenting all those chords and songs on guitar. And that's one of the examples. And then the journey went on all during those years.
You're a multifaceted person anyway. You also work in hospitality. You've been there for 20 years, I believe, as well. You own like a big chain in Jordan.
Actually, restaurant. We're into restaurant business since 2003. And it's not a really big chain. It's a concept that I created, and entertainment was a big part of it. And since then, we've been doing entertainment that is mixed with food and beverage in a different style. I never believed in getting any kind of franchise or something from outside the Middle East and just have something, a manual to work on. We always believe that we can be creative enough to create our own concepts, and that's what we've been doing for the last 20 years, besides the entertainment business.
Have you related it to music?
Well, for sure, because music is... I always believe that food is music, and this is...
And music is food, do you hear?
and music is food, so there's a big relationship between entertainment and the hospitality. I mean, when it comes to food and beverage today, and when it comes to restaurant today, things are moving so fast, and people are going into a new era of presenting restaurants in a different style, combined with entertainment, combined with
literature.
With literature, combined with themed places that are related to culture. So today the world is becoming more friendly when it comes to the relationship between culture, music, and hospitality, for sure. But at the same time, it's a big responsibility how to introduce this and not to mess with having the proper entertainment culture when it comes to having this as a part of food and beverage or hospitality.
We're going to stop talking for a little while, Mohamad, and listen to Fly Me to the Moon by your dad, Ilham Madfai.
Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I'm in love with you. me sing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. And in other words, I'm in love with you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing it forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I'm in love with you. In other words, I'm in love with you.
Mohamad Madfai, you're in Lebanon for a very specific reason. You're here for a concert by Tara Band, a first time in Lebanon. What made you feel like coming to Lebanon with the band to begin with?
Well, we've been planning to do Beirut with Tara Band for the last 5 years. When I first met Nadine, which is the lead singer and the star that is always shining for me as a part of Tara Band, and all the boys and all the musicians of Tara Band are really, I mean, they're all stars, and they what they do on stage is something that you have to see. So because I cannot express what they really introduce when it comes to the mixture between the songs and the style.
We'll talk about this a little later.
Yeah.
But what made you feel like coming to Lebanon in such a sensitive time?
Well, we've been coming to Lebanon since 2000, and it's always sensitive. Beirut was always sensitive. We always have this turbulence of, but we love Beirut, and that's why we always try to support with getting everything beautiful to Beirut, because Beirut is beautiful, and the people of Beirut are always in our hearts, and we always like to be a part of when we cry and when we laugh together. So today it's time to laugh, and it's time to smile again. There's always hope. What can we do? This is life, and we don't want to go into the political side of the story, but what can we do? But what can we do today is to present music, and music today is...
It's your way of supporting culture as such.
For sure, for a great, very well-cultured musical society like Beirut. So Tara Band would definitely mix and match with the vibes of the people of Beirut. So we always had this belief, and today we're introducing the first concert at Small V Beirut, just to... it's a message. It's a message from us as a Madfai management. It's a message from the Small V. It's a message from all our partners and friends that music is the language. And Tara Band is one of the leading groups today in Europe. And they're introducing Arabic music in a very modern, great style with a...
Would you consider it's a follow-up to your dad's music?
They are definitely related to Ilhan's music, because Nadine, which is the lead singer and the one who created Tara Band, she's She likes Ilham songs, and she was raised on Ilham songs. And lately we released a song between Ilham Madfai and Nadine, which is بعد الغياب. It was a duet during the COVID. So we decided to do something called بعد الغياب لازم تعود, that we are back after all those days of COVID and whatsoever. And so there's a big mix and match between Nadine and Ilham. Ilham Madfai personally loves what Nadine does, and he believes in her that she's the best performer and sound that you can, a female sound from Iraq today.
Let's talk a little bit about Nadine and her profile. She's half Iraqi, half Egyptian, and she's performing with a band that's totally Swedish.
Yeah, this is the, we can say this is the secret of the spice, or the spices of Taraband. I mean, today there's a big harmony between everyone that you can see on stage when it comes to Taraband, because the harmony comes from belief of the tunes and music that Nadim presents, that they all create together, and then the lyrics are made and based on different stories from original stories, especially in Iraq. Some of them are sad, some of them are happy, but basically they're all based on true stories. So Nadine had a challenge, because when she went to Sweden as a refugee, then later on she believed that if I create something, and if I do something, and if I do music, I'll have to have all my Swedish friends, musicians on stage, just as a thank you for this country that supported me. And today we can see this harmony. We don't believe in nationalities. We're all under one umbrella and under one under this music big relationship of music and the world and culture, we can say. So but what she's done is she created this concept, and today we are all proud to have this harmony between Nadine, the musicians, and it's a phenomenal group. What you will see tomorrow is something that I believe have never been presented to Beirut since ages, when it comes to performance, when it comes to harmony, when it comes to charisma of what you see in stage and how they present their songs. So I look forward tomorrow for this gift to Beirut, which is Taraband.
Thank you, Mohamad Madfai. Let's give the time of the concert. It's at 9 o'clock, from 9 to 11, you said, at the Smallville Hotel. Where can people get the tickets?
Well, unfortunately, there are no more tickets, but I would like
Let's count on some cancellations.
Well, we're planning another big concert for Taraband, because the Smallville venue is a beautiful venue, and we chose this venue because for the first day I went to this venue and to the Smallville. I always believed that there's a big harmony between the vibes of this location, the vibes of it's based on culture, it's based on colors, beautiful music. So there's a big harmony between Smallville and for sure Taraband. But the venue is small, so what we'll do tomorrow is a small gig that will lead for a big concert for sure. And for the big concert we will definitely also dedicate some tickets for Nostalgie for your fans to be a part of our event, and we're very happy to invite a big number of our great fans. I'm a fan of Nostalgie since ages, and we always believe that what you do and what you present is something phenomena that has the beautiful sense of music that comes out of the heart of Beirut.
Thank you, Mohamad Madfai.
Thank you very much.